don't have any injuries to add to from what I gave you last night. So the guys are all working their way in now. With that, I mentioned last night after the game, still feel that way, that too many penalties in crucial situations or crucial areas of the field that can put you in a bad position. I've got to make sure I give our guys plays that they can definitely execute better than what we did, which caused some of the penalties that were involved. So take full responsibility on that, and then giving the guys plays that they can work on in the red zone, so we can gain more touchdowns in that area, and they give them a better opportunity on time there if we're throwing it, and then space in the run game. Defensively, I thought for the most part we did a good job. We had a couple of these third downs that we need to take care of and get off the field, and none bigger than towards the end there. So the two offensive, I thought the two offensive three and outs, and the big penalty at the end, and then field position with the special teams wasn't on our side. We were minus 12 there, so we got to stay on top of that, and those all, you add all that up, and you're not going to end up normally on the positive end of things. I appreciate the fight and the guys. I felt like I could have, like I said, give them a better opportunity to get in the end zone, and we've got to make sure we do that. So full responsibility right here. And with that, time's yours.
Let's go ahead and start with Vahe. Go ahead, Vahe.
Andy, I think the last time you were 5-5, you guys went to the postseason, and I just wonder if that's the sort of thing you draw on or point to at this point, as you start sort of just looking to reset.
Yeah, so we're not quite as negative as the outside world is here, Vahe. So we know that we need to clean up and we need to do it. But the guys, they get it. I mean, some of these guys have been through some pretty good seasons, and this isn't like this one's lost, Vahe. So we got to clean up a few of these things, and the urgency level. Obviously, we need to make sure we take care of that now. And anyways, with that, yeah.
Well, just one other thing too. Then you've done such a good job over the years of making sure people see this as one game at a time. Is there any particular thing you point to about the ability to convey that, or their own ability to stay focused on that's just about this week at this point?
Yeah, sure. And I mentioned that to him after the game, actually. So that you just what can you do? You can do and get yourself ready to play Indianapolis. That's what you can do. Everything else is involved with a crystal ball, but you can take care of today and tomorrow and the following day. And let's start there.
Let's go next to Pete. Pete Sweeney. Go ahead, Pete.
Sid, I'll have one other one too. Just to follow up on sort of what Vahe was alluding to. In the seasons where you were able to turn it around, what traits of those teams do you think stood out, as you were able to kind of get a little bit more consistent?
Yeah, well, it was just a little bit what we're talking about. Pete just said you have to take care of the small things. So, and that's coaches included. I mean, whether it's volume, whether it's fundamentals, you got to take care of the small things. And when I tell you I'm responsible for that, I'm responsible for that. And then the players have to do the same thing, take care of the small things. Why are we having the penalties? And then let's fix that. And don't point to the officials, don't point here or there. Take responsibility for it. If it's fundamentals, if you're on the back end and You need to plant and drive. Why didn't we do our offensive line? You didn't step with the right foot. All those things you control, and you got to take care of those things. Small things, but they all add up.
And I guess in the micro, you mentioned getting guys in the right position last night. Is there a specific area from this game where maybe you feel like if you went in a different direction, it could have changed the course of the evening for you?
No, no. Well, listen, you always feel that if you come out. Sometimes even when you win a game, you go, I could have done better right there, right? So there are plays you like that back. But I'm always looking, what could I have done better to give the guys a chance to be successful? Or during the week, what do we do? Or how did we set it up? Going in. So yeah, I mean, I look at that. I got to pick out a specific area, but it's that's I already mentioned the red zone. So I mean,
Yeah.
but those are areas that you got to score points.
Thanks.
Go next to Matt Derrick.
Hey, Coach. You've had a couple of the games this year, and the last two have kind of fit in this category where you've had more of a pass balance than a run balance. And yesterday, kind of a little bit more lopsided than you usually are. What's your comfort level and confidence right now in the run game, especially just the confidence level and the efficiency and the commitment to the run game?
Yeah, that's obviously a good question. So I know you know all this, but it's we're calling the quite a few of the RPOs. So yesterday they were giving us opportunities to throw the football. So we utilized the opportunities there, and those things end up being as good as a run for you. We're getting 4+ yards, and you go with it. And but the runs are being called. It's just sometimes they get turned into passes in today's world. That's how it goes. So, but we're getting them in now. We have some hard runs where you just get up, line up, and go. Probably could call more of those to be, for you to write something there.
And you also mentioned that you said that the mood there is not as negative as it is maybe outside the building. What is the mood? What are the guys kind of feeling, especially since you're kind of in playoff mode now?
Yeah, sure. It was disappointment last night. They fought their hearts out, and uh, uh, had too many mistakes. I mean, we could have, like I said, I could have gotten them in better positions, but they were disappointed. These guys normally take responsibility for those type of things. So I go around on the plane on the way back and I talk, see where we're at, and I get a pretty good feel on where what the guys are thinking immediately after a game. And these guys are accountable for their actions. They don't finger point and do all of that, and that's going to help us get through and get on the positive end of this thing. So we just got to clean up a few things as we go.
Go next to Todd Lebo. Go ahead, Todd.
Coach, missed a couple of opportunities on the deep pass, especially early in the game there. What are you seeing from the guys during practice? Are those deep passes connecting in practice? Was it a little surprising you weren't able to get some of those yesterday?
Yeah, we were off on a tick, and then we came back and made a couple, and that or at least got pass interference on a couple that were right there. So that that's how you play this thing. Sometimes they're going to hit, sometimes they're not. Would Pat like to have them back? I'd be probably told you that. So I would say, yeah, you'd love to have them back, and could we have done a little better here or there? Yeah. But that's all part of it. We had some big ones that added up for us down the way. Those, but sure, we would like to have completed those. I mean, to answer your question, yes, we would like to completed them. Yeah.
Looks like we have one more, and go ahead, Blair.
Hey, Andy, just wanted to get your thoughts on Josh Simmons' performance and last week when he came back, what was it that you needed to see from him to know he was ready to go?
Yeah. Well, some of it was just where he was physically. Some of it was where are you mentally, and can you handle where we're at here 4 weeks later with what we're doing? I thought he handled that well as he went through the week. We got in the game. He handled it well. He had a couple penalties there that he's got to clean up, but that was a pretty big assignment that he had with those two defensive ends. So, but I thought he did a respectable job there.